Good morning. Happy Thursday, everybody. Oh, I'm on my own in the studio with Cadence. David's gone away for the weekend. I'm like, yes, I get to play again. I love these Thrifty Thursdays. I get to play around and, blimey me, have we got a stonking deal on that for you? Good grief. Right. I've just worked out the numbers and I'm like, seriously? Brilliant, though. Right, first of all, let me introduce you to our team this morning. We've got Sam on cameras. We've got Amber in the producer's seat today.
Hello.
And you got me for an hour with Cadence on my own. Right, first of all, let me tell you where you can watch us and how to shop here at Highlight Crafts on live shopping, because it's super easy. You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and our website, which is highlightcrafts.com. If you're going to shop with us on either Facebook or Instagram, we're going to show you a product and that product will have a code. And all you need to do to purchase it is type shop and then the code into the comments underneath that video, and that will automatically pop it into a basket for you. Then we're going to send you a direct message, and in that message you'll find a link. Click the link and that will take you to highlightcrafts.com, where I need you to log in before you check out. There's still people not logging in and we need you to do that for your sake. So if you haven't got an account with us yet, please open one before you shop, because it automatically and for free makes you a club member, which means that on every single order that you place, not just the first one, everyone, you will get extra discount. You'll also get loyalty points for every £1 that you spend, and on a basket spend over £35 you won't pay postage. Now if you don't log into that account, those benefits won't apply at checkout, so I need you to be doing that, please, just because I want you to get the best price possible. If you would prefer to shop with us on highlightcrafts.com, you can also do that. Just head over to the website, select Watch Live, press play, and as soon as that show starts to stream, all the items in that show will appear down the right-hand side of your screen. You then simply select the ones that you wish to purchase, and they will go into a little red shopping bag at the top of that screen. When you're ready to log in and check out, you're going to click on that shopping bag and that will take you through that process. Now, the sooner you check out, the sooner we can pick and pack your orders and get that happy post on its way to you. Now, you can also shop ahead. So I know a lot of you set your alarms for midnight, because at midnight, all the deals open up for that particular day and you can shop ahead. So we get it summer. We get you're going to have the children, grandchildren out for the days, going on holiday. So before you go, just make sure you check out those deals so you don't miss out. Also, if you are new to us, or if you're already a friend or part of our family, but you want notifications every time we start a show, just type live into the comments underneath the feed and that will give us permission to send you those notifications. Right, let's say good morning to a few of you, shall we? Mitch, morning Mitch, morning Lisa, oh you're all coming in now, morning Veronica, Barbara's with us, Crafty Lou, Maureen, Ria, Linda's with us this morning, Faye, Alison, Norma, Amanda, Pat, Avril, wow, there's a lot of you, Carol Lewis, morning. Daphne Rogers, morning to everybody. Well, Wendy we've got, Elizabeth, Mrs. H, 999. Veronica Hamilton we've got with us this morning, and Lou, lots of you joining us. Thank you very much for your company. If you've got any questions, get them in. Now, I'm not David. I don't carry all that catalogue around in my head, but I'll do my best to answer them for you. Right, shall we get stuck in? Okay, so first of all, we have got some new stencils for you. Now, these aren't going to be SVG files. These are the ones that we've bought in from a different place, so we don't cut these ourselves, but they are fabulous quality. Better if you can pick them up and move them, Melanie. Right, so we've got 4 of them for you, 12 by 12. Now, if any of you bought those, you know, those hat boxes, those storage boxes that we had on, those big round ones, imagine these on the top of there. How fabulous is that? Now, you can just section off a small area if you wanted to. So if you are a card maker, don't think that big stencils aren't for you, because you stencil the whole piece, cut it into 4, so you've got quarters, and then you can use them on your cards as well. Airbrushing, hot foil pen, paste, all those pastes that David bought you yesterday, that dimensional paste that he bought you yesterday, that just amazing product. You can use those with this as well. So that's your first one. Now your second one is great because you've got different elements within that one stencil. So you've got that lovely big corner. You've then also got that fantastic flourish. Now I'm looking at that and thinking, you paste that way onto a card front and you add a lovely sospeso flower at the top, sentiment, and that could be your card done. Super easy, right? Or you could do a whole border with that one, or just that one and then another one underneath it. When you've got stencils, you've got such versatility because you can put loads of different stuff through them, which is great. So that's your second one. Your third one is the one I'm going to demonstrate with today. Look how lovely that is. I love the corners on that. I think they're super. And again, on a big canvas on your wall, this is going to look absolutely spectacular. Or you could just use the corner. You don't have to use the whole thing. Then last but by no means least, you've got this one as well. How gorgeous is that? The detail on this is exquisite. But you could mask off and just use that bit. Actually, if you did that, so let me have a look from there, round there, and back down, that actually looks like a bauble to me. I think these are fabulous, aren't they? So you're getting all four of them, shop grand, $29.98. What does it say the price was before, Amber? I need to get my glasses. $59.96. So you've got nearly a £30 saving on that, bar a couple of pennies. That's good, isn't it? Think about using them on your scrapbook pages as well, the front of your journals. Just go out and buy some really inexpensive diaries when it comes to that time of year and decorate the front and gift them. They're great, aren't they? And you look after them, they'll last you a lifetime. Right, now then, here's the thing. Did a thing. So, diamond texture paste. Now, we bought you the paints, myself and David, a few months ago now, and they sold out before we even went to air. I think we went to air with about 2 or 3 units left. It was crazy. Then we brought you the diamond pastes. And these are same kind of concept, but they have the texture in. Look. Now then, normally the recommended retail price for these is $12.99 per pot. And that makes perfect sense to me because of the quality of the product, first of all, from Cadence, the quality of the pigment, but also the amazing texture that you get with these. So look at that on a tissue box. How stunning is that? Listen. You could then put your finger waxes over the top of it if you wanted to, but they're also super, super easy to do. So should be $12.99 a pot. We've got them in 3 sets if that's how you want to buy them, but we also have them on a mega bundle. And the mega bundle is $89.99. Now all the numbers that I'm giving you are before your club discount, which is incredible. So instead of being $12.99 a pot, if you're buying the big mega bundle, it works out at £7.50 per pot. So you're saving £5.49 on every single one of those 12 colours. Isn't that phenomenal? If I was sitting at home now and I'd already got these, I started using them, I'd be like, you know what, I'm having another set. Because of that, and on glass, they are absolutely phenomenal. I know we're starting to think about Christmas. Every time we go into a show that's Christmas, it's super, super busy. So imagine doing these as part of your Christmas decoration. Taking those old baubles that are looking a bit tatty, putting these on them, that will absolutely reinvigorate your whole Christmas tree, won't it? They're stunning. Right, I'll go through them individually for you as well, but if you want all 12 with that best saving, Shop Mega will get you that for $89.99. Remember, that's before your discount. Then you'll get your points back on, and then you won't pay any postage because it'll be over £35. Brilliant, right? Great start to a Thursday. Right, let's go through them individually then as a set of 4. So if you would like, I have to lift them up, sorry Sam, champagne, bronze, gold and silver, so all your metallics, that is Shop Glamorous and it's $44.99. So you're paying £11.25. So you've still got a discount, but you can tell where the value of that mega bundle is, can't you? Just phenomenal. Right, your second set includes your black, your green. Now this one, I'm not sure what they're called, turquoise and mint green. They're lovely if you're doing something in a bathroom. Or if I tell you what, if you got those rice paper download with all the seaside on, this would look fabulous on there, wouldn't it? And then your final one is Shop Powerful. Wow. Okay, so you're going to get, let's see, not tall enough. Oh, sorry, Shop Powerful is this one. This one is Shop Sleek. So in here you've got your lilac, you've got your pearl, you've got your dark blue, and you've got your pink. Lovely, aren't they? Absolutely fabulous. I just want to show you these because these are some of the designs that we've done with this previously. Look at the texture, but the shimmer and the shine that you get on this is absolutely beautiful. You really can't see it on camera as well as you can when you close up, and that's nothing to do with Sam's camera work. It's just the way that the light bounces off it. But look how fabulous that looks, mixing all those different colours together. And then this one, look at this. These are just pieces of art on your wall. They're absolutely fabulous, aren't they? Love them. And then this one, just done in those metallics. How stunning are they? They're gorgeous, aren't they? Right, so I would grab these. Now we've got less than 2 handfuls of the mega bundle. So if you want it, I need you to get it into your basket, please, because don't want you to miss out on this. When we do a repeat order for Cadence, it usually takes anywhere between 6 and 8 weeks to get a product back in stock. So if you don't get it now, you're going to be waiting a little while, I suspect. Right, question, can you use diamond relief paste on leather and fabric? Yes, you can. It's flexible. I'm actually going to do it on a bag, hopefully in this hour. So yes, you can, Wendy, but it's not machine washable. Okay, so you can't use it, you don't put it on a t-shirt that you're going to wash, but cushions, table runners, all sorts of things like that, tote bags, absolutely, you can use it on fabric as well. Lynette Alligan says, good morning, Mel, thank you for the card you sent from Spin the Wheel, we'll treasure it forever. Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, you're very welcome. I like doing that. Right, we're going straight to demo, Amber. Okay, let's go and do this then. So we're going to use our stencil spray, and we're going to use this fabulous stencil. So over the bin, I'm going to shake it, and we're going to give it a nice spray. Okay, so just get some on your, try not to get it all over your walls and your carpet, but then it feels like a 1980s nightclub. It does. You haven't had a good night if your feet weren't sticking to the carpet on your way out, were you? Now, I've taken a white canvas board. We've got these on the show for you as well. And I've just painted it with a black gesso. Look how amazing that coverage is. That's one coat. And it's as black as coal. It's fabulous. If you haven't tried Cadence gesso yet, please do so. Because it was when we went over first time. I'm going to do it that way around. That way around. When we went over first time before David joined us, we used the foam, the cut and use foam, and the black gesso in the one of the projects, and we did lots and lots of different projects in a day. And Stephanie said to me at the end of the day, so what's your favourite product from today? And I went, I've got 2, that and the black gesso. And she looked at me like I had 2 heads. She went, seriously? I was like, it's brilliant. She said, but all those products you've used, I'm like, yeah, but you've got to get the foundations right. There you go, you see. Right, shall we do this? Let's do this in, what colour shall we use, Sam? I know, there's too many, isn't there? Shall we do the blues and the...
Yeah, I was thinking that one.
These? Yeah? Right, let's go. Excited, can you tell? Right, that's what David gets for going away. You see? I have to share now. If he's watching this morning, his nostrils will be flaring like that. No, I can see you. He's going to have a fabulous time this weekend. Right, so we've got our 3 colours. So what I'm going to do is just pick up and start to apply this. Now, we do have palette knives on the show for you. Look at the texture of that. Look, I can turn it upside down. That's not going anywhere, but you'll hear the texture when I start to paste. So I'm just going to put a little bit here and there. I asked David for some tips. So I'm just going to take some of that paste. You can hear the gritty, can't you, in it, which means that you're getting that texture, which means that it will bounce off. And it's like little teeny tiny spheres that are inside this paste. Okay, now then you've got to be careful when you're stenciling, unlike me, and just go with the stencil rather than against it. So just make sure that you're keeping an eye on that, she says. I know, do as I say, not as I do, right? And we're just going to get this paste onto here. Now, I would get yourself a spare pot that has a lid on it that you can then put any excess into. So I'm going to go straight from that. Now, I am going to be good. I'm going to wipe the palette knife before I go into the next colour, just because I'm not good at contaminating. I like to keep it as it is, unlike that, look, green and blue. Yeah, that's going to drive me crazy. I need to get rid of that. It's like Stephanie with straight lines. Carl's just, there's a little door, because they live in like an old rectory, there's a little door. And it's on the outside, it's just a random door, and it's brilliant. But he's put a bar on it, and just when we're coming out, she's like, that's not straight. I was like, oh dear. Every time we walk in the morning, one of the certificates from the health and safety is a little bit wonky on the wall, and she's like, yeah, I need to straighten that up. She says that's why she has such a messy desk, because she's obsessed with straight lines. And if her desk is messy enough, she has to forget about it because there's no space for straight lines. That's her excuse, and she's sticking to it. Right, let's bring in some of this lovely, oh, this is gorgeous, this colour, isn't it? And we're just going to fill in the spaces now. I do think I've gone under that stencil slightly, but you know what, you'll forgive me, won't you? It's early, and it's Thursday. Oh, we've got Debbie Moore in today as well. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? We've got Lily coming up with cuties with myself after this. We've got vinyl letters, vinyl alphabets for you, but not ones that you need to use with a scan and cut. We've got that coming up with myself and Stephanie. We've got all sorts going on today. It's a good day. A good day yesterday too. We had lots of different products on. That's what we're trying to bring you now. Lots of variety as well, which is always good, isn't it? Right, let's get a little bit more in there, and then I'm just going to use this and I'm going to spread the rest of the paste around. And then I always have, I've got a bowl of water, just warm water, on the floor over here, away from any electrics, Carol, if you're watching. She's our health and safety guru. And just pop this straight in. So now I'm just going to go over. I'm just going to get rid of some of that paste, and I can put it thicker in some areas. Just make sure you've got it all covered, and then we'll lift it off. This is a bit exciting, isn't it? Right, let's get that in the bin, and then close these lids. Now, these are water-based, okay? So I want you to make sure that before you're cleaning them, before you're putting them away, rather, you clean around the rim, because if that gets stuck, that's not coming off, okay? And then put your lids on nice and tight. Right, we're ready. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness me, look at that. Look at that. I just need to put that into water first, and it doesn't clog up. How amazing is that? And I love the different levels that you can get. Look, let me turn that round. Now, when that dries, that will go even more shimmery than it is now. So now it looks quite matte. You will get that diamond starting to pull through, but as it dries, it just brings the vibrancy of those colours through, and it's absolutely fabulous. Look at that. That on a wall would just look stunning, wouldn't it? Imagine those going up your stairs. You could even do it and then put it in a box frame, couldn't you? And then you could decorate it with all your decorative elements that we bring you here as well. Right, so that's how the paste works on a canvas. We're going to do the rest of the counter, and then I'm going to come back down and I'm going to show it to you on glass. Because on glass, it's blinking brilliant. Look at this. How magnificent is that? Now, David painted this first with the diamond metallic paints, and then went over with a piece of cut and use sponge and added that diamond paste on top. That texture is amazing, isn't it? It's brilliant. Right, quick recap for you then. So normally these would cost you $12.99 per pot. We've done a mega deal on it for you. It's the best price we've ever bought it to you at, and it works out at £7.50 per pot. That, my friends, for Cadence is absolutely phenomenal. Please don't miss out on these. We haven't got a lot left, and then we don't want you to have to wait for them to come back in, because they come from Turkey. It does take 6 to 8 weeks to get product in. So while we've got it, we haven't got a lot left, but while we have, 10% is already allocated. Okay, well done for that. So instead of paying £12.99, you're paying £7.50, which means that you are saving £5.49 on each tub. I know, right? Brilliant, that, isn't it? Amazing. Could have 12 extra coffees. I don't understand that. Prices in coffees. I mean, it's a bit of beans and milk and water, isn't it? I mean, I just, what? Anyway, that's just me. Right, let's move on to some paste, shall we? Now, these are incredible. I am going to use these on my Christmas cards this year, and I was never a messy crafter, but when we went to Cadence, I discovered that it's a lot of fun. And it doesn't have to be really messy. I mean, now look at my hands are covered in it, but I don't care, because most of the Cadence products are water-based, which means that it'll wash off. But this paste, we asked Cadence to make for us. We needed a really good structure paste. So I did something called layering stencils, but with paste. So for example, you would have a lily as a stencil. So the head, the leaves, the stems. You pasted it, and then you can put it on really thick this, and it holds its form. It's an incredible product. And then when you lift it vertically, the edges of those stencils pull that paste up slightly, and it keeps that depth. So you then cleaned that off, put the rest back in the pot, let it dry. Then you put your first stencil back over the top. Then you took the stencil that just had the lily head on, and you put that one down and pasted over the top. And you ended up building up these layers, and it then looked like it came off the canvas. It's an incredible product. Now they do 2 different ones, and 1 pot of these goes a long way. So Shop Capella is going to get you that one for £12.99. You're getting a 250ml pot. When you're cleaning up your stencils with this, what I like to do is take the stencil with the paste on, put it onto another canvas or a piece of card, or a canvas with a rice paper on, and then clean it through, because you get kind of a distressed finish to it. It looks amazing. And we're bringing you loads and loads and loads of downloads now, aren't we, with incredible products. Imagine these on the ones that David bought yesterday. Right, I need to tell you, 1/4 of the stock of the Mega is now allocated and in people's baskets. Now, let me tell you the difference between the two. So the Capella, you know when you buy a tub of clotted cream, and all that fat sat on the top, and you scrape it back, and then you've got that beautiful, smooth, clotted cream underneath. That's what the texture of this is like. And it leaves it with a slight sheen as well. So your Capella is super, super, super smooth. Your Sirius is grittier. So it looks more like a plaster. Obviously it's white, but it does look more like a plaster, and it has that texture to it. Now, we discovered the other day that you can foil on top of this with your foil pen. I know, right? Brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. And you can also colour it with different paints as well, which is superb. So Shop Capella will get you that for £12.99. Shop Sirius will get you that one for £12.99. Right, now then, it's a little bit of a dilemma, isn't it? Do you colour this with your Cadence paints, or do you use something that you can just use and colour, and then it won't change the properties of these pastes at all? So do you go for a more affordable paint? Not that Cadence isn't, and that's the thing, it's difficult to put this into words, because Cadence, their prices do not reflect their quality. I would expect some of this product to be double the price than we bring it you out, because it is that top high-end level. Or do you buy yourself something like this and just use a little bit of this with your paste, mix it up, and then you can have all your different colours of paste going on. So you could do that lily head in the colour of a lily. You could do the stem and the leaves in that colour, which is fabulous. Now, you're going to get 20 colours here. It's from the brand of Arteza. Now, Stephanie said the other week, Arteza have just been bought out by a company called Plaid. And you'll remember Plaid. If you remember the old QVC days with Donna Dewberry and Carol Smith and Gallery Glass and One Stroke, that was Plaid. So while we've got these at this price, because they won't stay at this price, get them while we've got them. Also, the kids are off, aren't they, for the summer? And this isn't a paint necessarily that quality for kids, but they'll get a really good result. I always let Alice use my stuff because she gets that confidence boost because she gets a good result, and that's really important. Right, so if you want those, shop paint, $24.99. Remember, that's before your discount. We'll get you those, shop paint. Right, now then we've got some palette knives. Sold out of these the other day. We've got many of these, Amber.
17.
How many?
17.
Oh, okay, we've got a better stock than we had the other day. That's brilliant. Now then, I love using a metal palette knife. And I like using it because it has that little, so it has the handle there, and then that stem dips down a little bit and then goes into the flat of that palette knife. You've got small ones, you've got flatter ones, you've got ones that are shaped like diamonds. So all of those different applications, you'll find which one you find more comfortable. Now, I've paid upwards of $9.99 for the palette knife that I've just used, and that was one. You're getting 5 in here for $14.99. £3 for a palette knife of that quality is amazing, and you can never have too many. It's a bit like brushes. I think when I bought that one, I then bought another 5 or 6 because you always need them, don't you? These are brilliant and cracking value for money. Shop palette, $14.99. Right, I'm going to take you to these texture scrapers now. So if you prefer to work with something like this, you can also do that. I love the fact that they put the hole in them so you can put them on one of those rings and keep them all safe. But you've got your smooth one with a curved edge. You've then got your one that's really curved so you can get into all those little nooks and crannies. You've then got this one that has the 2 different, almost like a zigzag on it. Then you've got the triangular one that has 3 different sides with different levels of depth to that. It looks like pink and shears those. Then you've got the inverted scallop. You've got 2 extra different edges, and then on this one you've got 5. So you're getting a lot of opportunities here to create those backgrounds. If you love your jelly plate, these are going to be brilliant for creating texture. Okay, so think about that. If you love your jelly plate, that paint actually from Arteza would work brilliantly on a jelly plate. I do wonder sometimes about the hybrid acrylics because they dry on any surface. I don't know that they would work brilliantly for a jelly plate. If you've tried them, let me know, please, because I have a jelly plate and I've never done anything with it. Time, right? But I'm desperate to have a go. Right, so if you want those, they are shop texture and they're $8.99. I mean, that's a dream price. That, brilliant. Now then, brayers. So if you like applying your product with a braise, so Stephanie used this with the glitter relief paste that we had on Monday morning. No, Monday morning. Makeover Monday. It's all the mums, isn't it? These are brilliant for that. I also like the little one for just burnishing down the top of your card on your Scan and Cut mat. You know, that top edge, right, against where it goes into the machine. That's brilliant. I love anything. Look, little. How cute is that? Right, shop roll, sorry, we'll get you those 2 for $17.99. Right, now then, serious chat now. If you haven't got this in your crafty stash, you need it because it's absolutely phenomenal. This is another one of my top 3 products. This is brilliant. So you know when you go out and you buy a spray adhesive and you put it on a stencil and it goes all stringy and gloopy? Makes my toes go a bit funny, that. This is like the finest hairspray. In fact, let me just grab mine. And Sam, I'm going to do this across here. Ready? If I just do that, look how fine that spray is. Did you see it? Ready? Can't see it. Let me get... Oh, I need something black. This will do. Piece of back of the foam. Ready? Let's put that there. I could juggle it this morning. Ready? You see that? How fine that is. You saw that one because I saw it on the screen. This, honestly, what a versatile product. So yes, absolutely for your stencils. I use it on the back of a stencil if I'm foiling with my hot foil pen. So I'll take my card, put my spray this on the back of my stencil, spray up from about a foot away, because you don't want to go really close like that because you're just wasting it. Spray from about a foot away, put it down onto the card, take a piece of tape and tape it at the top so I can lift that stencil up and down. Then put your foil onto the card, get it flat, and then pull your stencil over and it will pick it up. And that means that if you miss a bit, that bit is still in exactly the same place on that foil sheet and you can just go back and fill it in. Also use it if you're printing rice papers, so a little bit of this on copy paper, rice paper stuck to it, and then run it through your printer. And the other thing I use it for is my rhinestone starter kit from Scan and Cut. I know, right? So when you've done that and you've cut all your little circles out of that velvet sheet, you then put it onto the white board that's in the kit, but it can slide around as you're doing that with the brush. So I put a little bit of that on the back, and that holds it firm, but it doesn't leave any residue. It's a brilliant product. Shop Spray, $9.99. Now, I was talking to you before about the gessos from Cadence. You've got black and white as a duo for you with the pound saving on this. Now, this is so good, you can paste with it. I know. It's amazing. You could literally turn that like that over my head and I wouldn't even have any qualms about it at all. But that black is as black as it gets. It's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. If you've never tried Cadence Gesso, please do so because you'll be amazed at the results. Right, if you want those two, shop Gesso, $11.99. Now, if you want some cut and use foam, this is another incredible product. So, let me grab this. On one side, you've got this foam. Okay, so it's nice and light. You can see you push into it, but look how it bounces back straight away. Now it's open enough not to not take in the product, but it's not too open that it drinks it in. It literally holds it on the surface. I use this now for retacking my Scan and Cut mats because it's washable. So you can wash it and then let it dry and use it again and again and again. On the other side, it has this dense foam. Now I use this if I'm stamping. So I use it on the back of there. I use it if I'm paper piercing, but you can also heat this with a heat gun. And then you can get leaves or petals or buttons or whatever it is and push it into there while it's warm and it will hold that shape. So you can make your own stamps for your backgrounds. This is another one that would be brilliant with a jelly plate, because then you can use this to apply onto it. But then when you heat it, it goes back to being flat again. It's a brilliant product. Shop Foam, $5.99. Right, I want to do some glass for you. Oh, we've got canvases first of all. So 12 by 12 canvases. These are the ones that I've used. You're going to get 10 in here for $22.99. £2.29 before you discount for a 12 by 12 canvas board is amazing. So if you are into your mixed media and you just want your blanks, absolutely grab this. Shop Panel, $22.99. We'll get you 10 of those. And if you're going big, like big, like A3 big, we've got that for you as well. So you're going to get 10 of these as well. These are Shop Canvas and they're $24.99. Again, £2.49. That's mad, isn't it? Brilliant though. Brilliant. Right, now then we've done a deal for you on these. Now David used these to make the most beautiful bottle with those diamond pastes, and I'm going to show you glass next. Now they do have the love etched on the front, but that diamond paste will cover that up if that's what you want. These were actually manufactured for Tesco, because when we got them in there were labels on the bottom and they were manufactured for Tesco. Now then we've brought the price right down for you from £17.94 to £9.99. Think about these on your Christmas table with the corks with the lights in them, all done with your metallics. You could have some of your Sospeso flowers around it. How amazing are those? Shop Love, $9.99. Now, because we're bringing you the bottles, we thought we'd add the lights on for you as well. Look at these with the corks. These are blinking brilliant. I love these. Now then, this one's probably been left on for a little while. Let's have a look. See, oh, no, there you go. So you've got them on the string. Now, when we used to bring you the Bright Heart lights, you still had that little battery pack, didn't you? So you still had to put that somewhere. So in my head, as a paper crafter, I'm going, you know what? I can use those on my cards. I can use them with my resin. All you're going to have to do is hide that, just like you hid the power pack. I think it's brilliant. And I love the white light because they're super, super bright, aren't they? So one of those in the top of there, all done with your diamond metallics. Ooh, that makes me want to go and do it now because it's lovely. Right, so if you want the bottles, it is Shop Love, $9.99. If you want the corks with the lights, and why would you not? Because they're amazing. That is... Oh, Amber's adding them. Right, okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. Right, shall we go on to glass? Let's go on to glass. Come on, I'm going to nick one of these. Close your eyes, Sam. Didn't see that. Right, glass. So I'm going to move this over there because my arm will end up in that. This is one that I did this morning. Now, bearing in mind, I've only ever used this diamond paste once. I've got a couple of little tips for you. So make sure that your glass is nice and clean and dry. Okay, that's the important bit. And then let's do one with, oh, now I've got to choose again, Sam. Choose me two colours. I don't mind which, just choose me two colours. Pink and silver. Nice choice. Do you want pink at the bottom or pink at the top?
Ooh, pink at the bottom.
Pink at the bottom. Right, let's go from the bottom first then. So what I'm going to do with this is I've got myself a piece of cut and use foam, right? And I've just cut it down with a pair of scissors. And the first application, I'm going to put it directly onto the sponge. I'm sure David will do this differently, but this is, you know, when you just try stuff and you're like, okay, if I was using this, I'd do this. And it works exactly the same way. So I'm going to get a nice thin layer on there just to start with, okay, and I've pushed it into that foam. And then all you're going to do is just pounce. Now you'll get some areas that have got a thicker layer because that's where you're picking up these spheres, and obviously they're not put in individual in a certain pattern, but you're going to work this paste. Now I know to get right round this bottle I don't need to pick any more of that up. Now when you first do this it's quite translucent. Don't worry, we're going to dry it off and then we're going to do a second layer, but we're pushing that in. You saw how little I used of that product. Okay, so I put it onto my sponge and then I took half of it off and I'm just pouncing this round. Okay, so this is all where all the little beads are, and this is what gives you that texture. It's a fabulous product. I need to go and spend like a month at Cadence. Wouldn't that be fabulous? No, it won't be because we wouldn't have any TV shows, would we? That would be rubbish for you. But I would love to do that. Just go and spend a month. I'd actually like to go to their factory and see how it's all made. I think that would be fascinating. So we're just going to go in. One thing that Cadence will never do is compromise on the quality of their product because it's their brand. They've spent years and years building up this phenomenal brand. The last thing they want to do is ruin that with a bad product. Right, I'm just going to add a little bit more and just go a little bit higher with that, I think. And don't forget, even with this, when you're using this on your foam, you can wash that foam afterwards and it will come out. So I'm just going to pounce again, and I want that texture. Okay, so like you do with the paint, where you put the paint down and then you pounce it, that's what you're going to do with this. Okay, so that's my first coat done, right? I'm then going to dry this off with a hairdryer. I apologise, but I need to do this. So we're going to dry this off. I'm going to put it on a warm heat. I'm just going to dry it a little bit. Right, so what that does is it dries that surface a little bit so that when I go back in, it doesn't pick up what I've already put down. That makes sense. Then I'm going to go in and add a little bit more this time. So I'm going to go in and I just like putting it on my sponge. One, because I don't get my hands in it. But two, I'm not messy, am I? Do you know what I mean? So like David's got his palette, which I'm sure is going to end up in the Tate Gallery at some point. Keep threatening to put it on an auction site. But every time he comes in, the first thing he does, he looks for it, especially when he's been away. Where's my palette? Last time, not the last time, but the time before when we went to Cadence, Stephanie gave all the contents of his trolley away. Brilliant. Right, so we're going to push this again back into that foam. You don't want to miss out on these guys. And you know what? $12.99 a pot for this quality of product is a brilliant price. But £7.50 is better, not going to lie. You're saving £5.49 per tub. Right, so I've got to that stage now. I'm going to just dry it again. And we're going to go into here. Dry that off. Okay, that'll do for that. Now then, I don't want a complete block coverage. If you want a complete block coverage, I would go in with your diamond paints first and then do this over the top. But because I want to put lights in it, I want to keep it so it's a little bit translucent so you see the lights through. I mean, these, I just think, you know what, going home this weekend, we're going to get the garden furniture out so I can actually sit outside for a bit. I'll be under an umbrella wrapped in a blanket because I don't like the sun. Burns too. I'm not good with the sun. But these outside on your table in an evening would look absolutely beautiful, wouldn't they? And they're really inexpensive, guys. You know, we try and bring you the best deals that we possibly can. Now, that is a delicious colour. Actually, I'm going to use a different piece of foam for this. Look at that. It's like a gunmetal, isn't it? Stunning. Slate. That's what it's like. Slates. And then we're going to go in from the top. Now, I'm just going to go around this bit here. But I'm then thinking, you know, these, and then decorated with your Sospeso flowers, with your lights inside, are going to look absolutely stunning, aren't they? They'd also be a really nice night light. You know, when you just don't want that big light on, but you want a little bit because you're watching the telly. So the light's coming from the telly, but you don't want a lot, you know, a bright light on. These are going to be fabulous. But listen, you know what? We call it Thrifty Thursday for a reason. Coffee jars, things like that, jam jars. Don't throw them out, put them into recycling. Let's use them and do something fabulous with them. Because you'd never believe that that was just a really inexpensive glass jar. Can you just give us the code for these, Amber, please? Because these are a cracking price. You get, let me have a look, let's see. Yeah, we're going to get 12 of them for $10.99. So they're less than £1 a jar. You know, as gifts for Christmas, these are going to be lovely, aren't they? I think they're just fabulous. And then I'm just going back in, so I'm adding a bit more of that paste. And I'm just adding in that texture. If we weren't live, I would probably do a couple of thin coats and then just go in with one thicker coat at the end. But I wanted to just show you, remember there's no paint on this glass jar at all. This is just the paste, the colour from that paste and that texture. And then I'm just going to go back in with my pink and just very gently, so light tapping this time, just blend that through. Isn't that fabulous? Have we got the love ones on now, Amber?
Yeah, the lights.
Yes, please, the lights, that's what I meant.
Light.
You have to decipher it, don't you, when I'm on it. $29.99 is going to get you 20 of them, which is fabulous. Look how lovely that is. Let's dry it off and then we can see a little bit more of that sparkle. I'm just going to wipe my palette knife because this will bond, okay? You want to make sure that you're cleaning your tools in between this because once this is bonded, it's not going anywhere. But I think baubles, you know those baubles, I mean, when we first moved into the house we're in now, I went out and I bought some really beautiful Christmas ornaments and they've done us, what, 15 years? But one of the two of the baubles are starting to get a little bit tatty. This will just reinvigorate them. I'm so excited about this product because it just means that you can do all sorts of different things with it. Yes, it'll go through a stencil. Yes, it'll go onto fabric. I won't put it in the machine. Not going to lie, I would just put it on something that you don't need to wash, like a tote bag or cushions, something like that. But this is just fabulous, and that texture is phenomenal. And when it dries, the bling de la bling that you get is absolutely amazing. Look at the difference now, how that started to dry, and you've got that fantastic diamond finish, but with that texture. This with your, if you bought the Seaside rice papers the other day, this would look absolutely incredible. Also, they do the pearl one. The pearl one would be brilliant for snow because you've got that texture, wouldn't it? Absolutely fabulous. Right, I'm just going to go back and recap that mega deal, and then if we've got time, we might try and get one of the stencils done on a bag so you can see it on fabric. Yeah? 10 minutes. Oh, we can do that, I think. We can at least do a little bit, can't we? Right, I want to talk to you about this mega deal because normally, my friends, these are $12.99 each. That's the recommended retail price. We're bringing them to you today in a bundle of 12. You can get individual bundle of 4s if you like. Bundle of 12 means you're paying £7.50, which is giving you a £5.49 saving per tub. Per tub. I know, that's mad, isn't it? That's brilliant. It's what, £1.50, where is it? £2 off, buy one, get one free. That's ridiculous. Would you be able to put brushos on the paste? Yes, absolutely. I don't see why not. If you mixed it in a little bit, Wendy, I think that will work. Cheryl M says, morning, Mel. That's exactly how I feel about you and your fellow workers. I would love to have more than a week with you all. Oh, all the knowledge and experience with the gorgeous products you have used and demonstrated. Even though you are great with these demos, love to just be there with you all. I know we can come and have it. We might do a retreat at some point. Come and see us. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Got Leonie in this weekend with her crew. I know, it's good. Right, so if you want all 12 with the £5.49 saving on each tub, shop Mega. If you want the top 4 colours, just those, that's shop Glamorous. If you want the middle 4 colours, that's shop Powerful. And if you want the bottom 4 colours, that's shop Sleek. Okay, right, let's go and have a look at a bag. Come on, let's just go play. I've got 10 minutes to play. I'd spend all day doing this if I could, let me tell you. Right, I'm just going to pop this over here and just try and get this as flat as I can. And I'm just going to use one colour for this, and I'm going to choose a stencil. Let's do this one. Let's just do it in one colour. Right, so because I'm using it on fabric, you're going to iron your fabric first. Can you see how we can't quite get that to go flat? So we're going to use extra stencil spray. This might end up a bit messy, I'm not going to lie. So a good dose of stencil spray. Give it the waft. David, wait, waft. Waft while you wait. I love that. Makes them smile every time I say it. I'm going to put that on here, and then I'm going to try and get this as flat as I possibly can. Okay? And then I'm going to use some tape as well, just to make sure that it's held down. Can you see here, because it's quite a detailed stencil, I want to make sure that I've pushed down as much as I possibly can, and then I'm going to just tape the edges for you. I think we'll manage to get at least part of this done. In fact, I might just do a swipe. That might be quite nice, mightn't it? Just a swipe across. Because you could put a rice paper underneath it and then swipe across the top, couldn't you? Please don't miss out on these pastes. I know if you've already got them, you're sitting there going, I've got them, Mel. I know, but while we've got them on the best ever price, remember Christmas is coming up. And that's the thing, isn't it? Because they're not in this country, we've got to allow for 6 to 8 weeks for it to arrive. You don't want to be out of this stock of this at Christmas, do you? Because this is fabulous. Maybe you're having a wedding in your family, and you want little electric candles in glass jars all the way down the aisle. That'd look fabulous, wouldn't it? With your Sospeso flowers, that'd be really nice. But just on vases, you know, just use it on a vase. Just bling it up a bit. Right, colour. I think we might go bronze. Bronze. I love metallics on black. They're fabulous, aren't they? Right, I'm going to pull this open like that. And we're going to take my palette knife. Don't miss out on those palette knives either, because they did sell out earlier on in the week. Managed to get you some more. Look at it. Isn't that lovely? Yesterday I treated everybody to cake, and I got extra thick double cream. That's what this reminds me of. But obviously it wasn't gritty, because that wouldn't have been good, would it? I sent our Laura home because she was busy helping Amanda tidy up the academy, bless her. And I sent her home with a full chocolate cake. She was thrilled to bits. She's like, really? Can I take the whole thing? I'm like, yeah, absolutely you can. That's what we do. So I'm just going to paste this like so, all the way over. Let's get those little teardrops in as well while we're there. Now, this isn't machine washable on fabric, but for anything for decorative purposes, this is going to be perfect. So we're just going to run this over. I'm going to pick up the rest of that paste now and use that to finish it off. Get yourself some extra little pots and save this back, because even at that crazy, crazy price, you don't want to be wasting this product because it's too delicious to waste. It's like when you go out for a really good meal and you're stuffed, but you can't stop eating because it's too good, right? Especially when it comes to dessert, right, Sam?
Oh, yes.
Sam's our cookie monster, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Loves cookies. Man, you Amber does well as well, I'm not going to lie. Don't you? Honestly, Ian came in yesterday and bought a bag of Heroes. I came out the studio after an hour. There was 2 left.
I only had 2. I did open them.
You did it?
I was the only one to open.
Well, somebody had a lot. I'm suspecting it was probably Hannah Montana.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Plenty of
We'll
them.
blame Hannah. It's easiest, she's not in today. Right. Ready? 1, 2. Oh, no, actually, I'm going to pull it that way. Look at that. Oh, see, I've got a bit there. I knew I would. Proper messy. I'm going to need somebody to clean those stencils straight away for me as well, then that paste doesn't dry. But how magnificent is that? Let me turn it around, then you can see it the right way around. Look at that on fabric. Now, you could go in and just, because it's water-based, you could probably get rid of that little bit there. Let's have a go. See if we can get rid of it. Let's just clean that up. All water-based product, but how fabulous is that? So we've done on canvas, we've done it on glass, we've done it on fabric. I mean, it's just phenomenal, isn't it? And that saving is incredible. When Katie said yesterday, so every afternoon we have a production meeting, and I said to Katie, how much is it? David was literally sat next to me. And she went, we're doing it at $89.99 for all 12. Instantly, and David isn't a maths man, went, that's £7.50 a jar. I was like, I know. He went, we've never done that before. He nearly fell off his chair. And then I came downstairs and said to him, are you looking forward to your weekend? He went, kind of want to stay now and do that Cadence show because you've got that deal on it. But even he was blown away. But the quality of the product, that's the thing with Cadence. They manufacture everything in-house, from the labels, the pots, the bottles, all of it. They are in control of that quality and they will not compromise, which is exactly why I love them so much, because it's very much like me. If you're going to make a product and ask people to spend their money on it, it's got to be something that you would buy yourself. And that's exactly what they do at Cadence. Right, let's go and do a quick recap before I love you and leave you and go next door with Lily. Now we've got cute characters coming up. They are cute too. Right, let's have a look at these pastes again. So you've seen the quality of that paste. You've seen the texture of it. You've seen it go on glass. David would recommend, if you're going to go on glass and you want it more of a solid colour, if you like, use the coordinating metallic paint first. Although, to be honest, you could use your hybrids because you are going to go over with that. So I think if I was doing it, I'd use my hybrids on it first, use that paint, save my diamond metallic paints for something a little bit more special, if you like. Just use it as a base and then go in and add that diamond paste over the top. £7.50 per tub. This is incredible. Maybe you go to a craft group and you're trying all sorts of different things. Split it between you. There are ways to split pay as well on our website. So we've got PayPal Pay in 3, we've got Klarna, and we've got ClearPay for you as well. But please don't miss out on these. If you haven't got them already, you need them in your stash. If you have, get them while we've got this deal on, because we haven't got a lot of stock. I'm sure we'll be bringing them back in, but I cannot guarantee that there will be this price. So while we've got them, get them into your bag. Maybe you're going to paste on trays. My Christmas this year is going to be all handmade. I've decided when I'm going to fit it in, but I have decided, because I like the idea when you give your time to somebody, that's the most precious thing that you can share with them, and they will really, really, really treasure what you make for them. So make sure that you're having a go with these pastes. Right, I'm going to go through that wall again. I know it's solid this morning. I need to run a bit faster, I think. Lily coming up next for you with some brand new dies. And then we've got Debbie Moore on liveshopping.vip at 1 o'clock, and lots of goodies in between. Thank you for your company. Thank you for starting my Thursday. Happy Thursday to you all, and I will see you in a few minutes' time. You take care. See you in a bit. Bye.